Alright guys, here's the beginning of the fuel economy test. It's been averaging about almost 18 miles per gallon, which is terrible for a 4-cylinder Camry. But we are going to we are on our loop here. We're going to reset this. And it's about a 15-mile loop. It's not a long loop, but we'll see how it goes. We're almost out of gas, so we'll do about 15 miles on the highway here at 70 miles an hour. And I'll let you know what it says. Alright guys, so we are approaching our exit, a quarter mile here, and oh, never mind. We're gonna make this loop longer. There's construction on the exit. But either way, the car's averaging about 34 miles per gallon, which is pretty good. This is my first time really driving it on the highway, so that lower MPG was a lot of city and going through my parking lot and where I live and stuff like that. So now we're going slightly uphill, so it's gonna start going down a bit. For a while, I was seeing about 35 miles per gallon. At the beginning they were set at 37, and then it went down pretty quickly. We're cresting the hill here. Also, this windshield's terrible, but we're cresting the hill here, so it's probably gonna, yeah, 33, there it is. So it's kind of a steep grade, and then we're gonna start slowing down here. It'll start going down, so it'll go back up a little bit, but it's been averaging around 35 miles per gallon. High 34s, low 35s. That's about what I'm seeing here. So once we put in the fuel additive, we can do a fresh oil change, because I don't know when this oil was changed last. It looks pretty clear how it is, but the last record on Carfax was 15,000 miles ago, but that oil does not look 15,000 miles old, so it probably had one sometime in the middle, but I'm not really sure when. Yeah, so fresh oil change, and then also spark plugs as well. We're gonna do spark plugs, and I also got new under trays for this thing, so we're gonna put a new under tray in it, because I know that it doesn't have an under tray. And I'll double check the tire pressure. So we're doing a tune-up. So it's basically like fixing up your car, doing a tune-up. What's going to happen? How does it work? And, you know, when you do a major tune-up, does your car get better gas mileage? So we'll find out. All right, we are now coasting down. I'm in drive, but I'm out of cruise control. We are coasting down, no pedals pressed. We're seeing 34 miles per gallon right now as we approach the light. We're going to hop back on and go back 2 more exits the way we came. And that'll be the end of the loop. Luckily we caught the green light this time, but I've noticed sometimes when you come to a stop and you're idling, the MPG does go down. So hopefully when we do our next run, we can also catch a green light and we don't have to have that problem. I am now merging on gently onto the highway, but this transmission is pretty crappy. It vibrates a lot, so you kind of have to give it some gas to push through the vibrations a bit. But we're gonna get it back up to 70 miles an hour, and I'll let you know at the next off-ramp. All right, just getting off the highway here, we are seeing 35 miles per gallon, so that's great. I mean, honestly, like, I don't know how accurate this computer is in this car. I've really only driven this car a couple 100 miles since I bought it. Maybe not even 100 miles, I'm not sure. It's only been 1 tank of gas. I filled it up almost full when I got it, so, and this is the first tank, so I don't know, but it's saying 35.5 here at the light, so that's the number, 35.5. So hopefully we get better than that on the next test after we do the tune-up. Okay, so here are the products we're going to be putting on the Camry today. Let's start out with the oil. I got some drop line on the dipstick, so maybe something to do with it being worn out or the oil pan being bastion. I don't know, but took the whole thing, and it's pretty close to 5 quarts anyways what it's rated for, so I don't really care. I think this thing is burning some oil, so whatever, it's fine. Now we're gonna do the spark plugs though. All right guys, just did the spark plugs. Here they are. They are Denzos, and they look terrible, and the gap was actually worse than the ones I was putting in. So these might be the originals. I mean, the guy I bought it from said he bought it at 80,000 and serviced it at a Chevy dealership the whole time, and I don't see anything on the Carfax saying they did it, so he didn't really seem like the kind of guy to do maintenance. So I don't know, you let me know if these are original or not. Here's the model number, so let's see how it starts now. All right, moment of truth. Let's see if it starts any better. It sounded about the same. Let's try it one more time. Now that feels a lot stronger. Look at that. All right, guys. So I did the fuel economy test after doing all the maintenance that you just saw. And unfortunately, I learned the hard way that when you are in Apple CarPlay and recording a video, The audio is gone. So unfortunately, I was talking over this whole clip, but it's completely gone, the audio. But we still have the footage, and that's what I got. I got about 38, and then by the time we got off the highway, as you see towards the end, it was in the 39. So it did register a higher MPG on the car's computer. And we did get a very similar test result. It was at night again. Again, the tank was towards the empty line. I had also, like I said, I put the fuel injection cleaner in it and I ran it through a whole tank. And the car actually ran a lot better. When I first got it, the car would smoke a bit. It kind of sputtered a bit. And after running, two fresh tanks of gas through it with fuel injection cleaner, it ran better. It runs pretty good now. So I definitely believe the improvements that we got. Again, I don't know how accurate this car is, and I do drive it a little bit more aggressively normally. So this was just a short reset on the highway. When I did the whole tank average, it's still getting like 18 miles per gallon from the whole tank when I calculated it at the pump. Um, but in terms of being on the highway and what the car's computer thinks it's getting, it was better. So I don't know. I don't really know how successful this test was, but I did it and I got a higher number and I just thought I'd share. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Check out the other videos in the series. And if you like this content, please subscribe. There's more videos coming soon. Have a good one.